Hi, I'm Ken Avador for The Uptake, and I'll be interviewing Coleen Rowley, a former FBI agent, about how the FBI investigates public corruption. Why is corruption a serious problem?
Well, you know, if you've got bribery and special interests that are getting a favor by secret payments to an elected official, it really totally undermines all of our democratic process. I mean, there's nothing more corrupting to our whole system of government than public corruption.
The FBI says that corruption is their second priority after terrorism. How does corruption differ from other crimes such as white-collar and organized crime?
Well, public corruption has always been a priority, even before 9/11, and it continues to be one of the top priorities. It's difficult. It's very difficult to investigate because it's not completely victimless, but the public at large is the victim. And the players in public corruption, both the public official as well as the person who's getting the favor or the special treatment, both are benefiting. So there's little way to learn, first of all, to even detect the crime, because no one if both sides are benefiting, the public doesn't even know about it. So that makes it very difficult to even detect. Then to gather the evidence is another hurdle. You can know, for instance, or have a good idea that someone is taking money, but unless you actually can prove the quid pro quo, which means that this explicit promise has occurred, and frankly, the only way you get usually the quid pro quo proven is through a tape. You almost have to have a tape of this explicit promise being made. So there are a couple of major hurdles in both uncovering and then developing adequate evidence to prove public corruption.
How does the FBI investigate corruption?
Well, there's really only a couple of major standard ways. Often, again, when you know or you've gotten tips or people have their suspicions about a public official being corrupt and taking bribes, one of the ways is, and this goes back, the best known case is Abscam. You can actually set up a complete undercover investigation. You know, in Abscam, they actually had FBI agents posing as corrupt Arab businessmen and handing cash over to elected congressmen. That's really a difficult way, I would say, because in a sense, all kinds of undercover investigations have a lot of caveats, and there's always the issue of entrapment and different things. So that's one way. Another more usual way is if one of the parties or some insider in this little scheme does come to the FBI. And often in those cases, that person is either developed as an informant, which is a person just giving information to the FBI, or as a cooperative witness, which means they will later testify at a given point once enough evidence is developed. And it often then it results in that person, a cooperative witness, wearing a wire.
Thank you very much, Coleen Rowley.